another One and Dine with the Demons. Welcome, welcome. Gonna wait for a few people more to join in. Yeah, I think the mic is on. Can you hear me? The background music's a little loud. Check it out. We still have a few demos in, so let me see. Wow, okay, we have plenty of demos today. Like I sound far away. How? Let me check something out real quick. Yeah, no, there's no way. Yeah, I'm chilling. I don't know, it's probably your connection. Isaac, soñé que escuchabas una canción mía y me decías que era basada. Freaking saying, like, Isaac, I had a dream saying, showing that you were listening to my song and then you said that it was trash. That's funny, bro. Nayeli, no. A menos que sí sea una. una horrible, una broma. Estoy ajustando un poquito. Okay, first one's gonna be from Ratwave, yeah. I think we're almost good. We gotta wait for a few more folks to join. So again, if you're new here, welcome. This is my weekly feedback live stream. We do this every week on Sundays, and you get to submit up to 2 tracks per person. So if you're new here, we get to listen to 2 of your tracks. All right. It's pretty fun. We get some decent amount of people in. The chat gets active, you know. Jesus, I ran out of water. I'm gonna go get some. Be right back. I have you been, guys? ¿Cómo has estado, Jerry? ¿Cómo ha estado toda tu semana? Muy bien, excelente. Ok, creo que vamos a empezar. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna get started. First one, I believe this day is going to be from Wrathwave. I think he submitted last week, but he failed to submit it the day off. So he let me know this one's for his submission for the week. ¿Cómo estás, Saúl Blosa? Voy a preparar la basura de hoy para que sea menos reciclable. No digas basura porque si no lo mal te escucha. Okay, let's go ahead and take a listen. Wrathwave, I believe it's this one. I think it sounds cool. That way. El owl verga. Still succeeding at that 2010-ish vibe. I like the plug sound you got. Very levels of Avicii type. Oh, yeah. I knew you were gonna use that. I don't know, something sounded weird in that drop. I think it was some sort of clashing or something in the low end for the kick. Okay, and then this is all kick clap and drums. Very nice, very nice. I did want to say that I think there's this one part that I'm like really right here. I don't know if that's a separate kick, if that's the break kick, or is that the actual drum kick that you use for the outro. Maybe it isn't, but yeah, because it was giving me like different vibes for sure, and I could hear something that is maybe you can have the a little bit bright on the kick, just a slightly bright. Yeah, just slightly. I think it's somewhere like around here in the high mid area to the highs. Probably try the high mid first and then the highs if you can. Just to add that accentuation to the kick, so it cuts through more. Because right now it sounds a little. It sounds that it's there. I can feel it. I can hear it, but it's not like fully coming out clearly. So that's all I gotta say for this one. Um, but yeah, great, very good job, man. Moving on. It's good, not bad. Yeah, I could say that. It's and then again the effect. I always knew you're gonna use that beachy explosion, man. That thing is so funny. But again, really, really. portraying the golden time of the early 2010s EDM. On the wishing like a beach flow. Okay, so today it is the 21st. The 21st. Let's go ahead and see what's up. We have I think I lost it. Let's move on to the beginning. So today is the 21st. 20. I'm gonna go ahead and play from the 20 because I don't think we have enough. So, all right, next one is gonna be Arnab. So Arnab, right? Hoya, always been you. It's good. It's good. For a DJ stuff, like a DJ set, it's really good to have those long outros because it really gives you a lot of time to mix and cut that out. But for regular listening, I think you should be able to just like 30 seconds mass of kick and drums without any changes. Otherwise, you're gonna make it too boring, too long. The also when you're mixing, you should be able to mix it in within those 30 seconds that you have. You have 30 seconds of leeway to mixing the next track. So it sounds really nice.
It's been a while since I've seen your face. How you been? I'll admit I really miss this place. Just so you know you haven't been replaced, 'cause I still think of you now like nothing has changed. And we just can't deny our hearts still beat in time. We're both still synchronized, and we can't live a lie. In between you and I, there's always love we hide. But it's always been you. It's always been you. It's always been you.
Bro, that break was good. What the fuck happened on the drop?
It's been a while since I've seen your face. How you
The drop was.
I'll admit I really miss this place.
What do y'all think?
Just so you know you haven't been replaced, 'cause I still think of you now like nothing has changed. And we just can't deny our hearts still beat in time. We're both still synchronized, and we can't live a lie. In between you and I, there's always love we hide. But it's always been you. It's always been you. It's always been you.
All right. So, yeah, great feedback I got for this one. Vocals, really good. Good choice. Maybe they could be a little bit thicker on the low end part. So, not too much. Let me see if I can pull it up. So, maybe you did a high cut on the vocal. So, it's around this part where it's kind of a little bit low. So, maybe increase it by like 1 or 2 dB to really have that of the vocal, the warm. Okay. Another thing is also the presence of the drop, it drops. So your break sounds a lot more fuller than the drop.
And we can't live in the top way now, like nothing has changed. And we just can't deny our hearts to be.
Also, I don't know if there's a bass line in there, but it's a little bit on the low part. See if you can also bring it up at like 1 or 2 dB.
Time is it's always been you. It's always it's always been you.
Yeah, it sounds like the high end is like squash. That's what it sounds like. Like the complete high end of the drop is squash. So maybe like you overcompressed it with the OTT or something like that. You know the OTT famous over here. Go ahead in the high part. Like maybe you overdid too much on bringing it down. Or maybe it's too you left the depth to maybe a high 70% or something. But yeah, let's go ahead and tone that down. You want the stuff to breathe, and right now it kind of sounds like it's really not breathing on the high end for the drop in the most part. The clearness is almost the kick wants to come out. I can hear it, but it can be clear. Maybe like play around with the stereo feel of your drums first, and then move on to the synths. You know, the bass lines being a little bit mono-ish, and then the chords being a little bit more white. So that way your leads can kind of sit nice in the center with the kick as they sidechain together. Other than that, that's all I have to say. The melody was really good. The musical writing part was nice. So that's all I have to say for this one. But all right, so moving on. Next one's gonna be from there you go, January 21st. Grisco ID Power DJs MP3. Let's hear it. Buenas, buenas, Barroco. ¿Cómo estás? Al tiempo, bro. Too much reverb. Okay, so let me hear the second part and the first part. I think by the second time it kind of cleared up, maybe because I've been listening to the entire track for the entire time. Yeah, it's because there's a few drum variations. Okay, so big feedback for this one. And actually, the mid sound doesn't sound that bad at all. Like it sounds pretty nice. The melody is really good. The chords are in there. They have some variation, some ear candy in there. I don't think I heard a vocal yet. Yeah, no vocals, but you're keeping it there with the choir. So go ahead. Let me go ahead and pull it up again. I had it. So there we go. All right. Reverb, and delay. So if you don't have that in a bus send channel, you're just putting it in there. Don't try to put up a really big decay when you have it in the channel. You're gonna create some messiness and it's gonna sound not as clear, which is what's happening here. The drop is like really, really wet. So it's really wet. I'm trying to kind of understand it and hear the brightness, but right now it's like being hella pushed back. So see if you can fit with the mids. Mids, like turn it down just a little bit less. Listen to it on its own, and then see how it sounds like in the mids, like in the entire context. The decay do not go past like 4, 5, even 6 seconds. Like that's way too much. That's pushing it almost 6 seconds. But again, hear it, listen to it, see when it starts to sound clearer while still having that depth. So I pull up this plugin because you can kind of see some stuff. So for me, I would tell you, you see there's a part there that says depth. I think it's somewhere around here it says depth by shape or something. Yeah, right there. And then diffusion. Play around with those two and then keep the decay a little bit shorter and you'll see what's gonna happen. Other than that, that's all I have to say. Eso es lo único que puedo decirte, Crisco. Juega con el... Necesitas limpiar bastante tu reverb y delay para que suene un poco más claro, porque ahorita está bien, pero está bien mojado. No se escucha claro. Okay, moving on. Really good job, man. I like the melody in this one. Okay, so next one is going to be from Icebreaker Music. There's my 2 submissions. I think this one has the drums too loud. Okay, let's go ahead and take a listen. Ahí vamos a escuchar esta. Piensa que tiene los drums muy altos. Toda la batería está muy alta. Buena, Farruko. Okay, one of the biggest things I already noticed right now, like so far, the bass needs to be fatter, dude. Like that thing needs to shake a little.
Help me to be content with what you say, and to be okay with your way.
All right, damn, Icebreaker, good job. Okay, so feedback for this one, you can absolutely play with the vocal a little bit more. Again, you have a nice clean vocal in there. Bass needs to be fatter. So again, I'm not using saying use this plugin, but use this as an example. We need to turn up the fatness on it, but also add some color to it. Because right now it sounds like it's there, but it's a little low. Like, don't be afraid to let that shit rumble. It needs to go up. So, and then for the breakdown, I feel like the vocal it's too dry for the breakdown. Like the entire break is wet. It's like really wet, and then the vocal is like so yeah, I think maybe you need to go ahead and then see how there's the mid snap, right? Automate that. So create an automation and play around with it, see what you get. Especially by the time it gets to that build up part. That way I can hear the vocal a little bit more like wet and glued to the soundtrack. Because right now it sounds like sticking out a little too much. Drums, I don't think the drums are loud. I just think that the bass is low enough to where they're making the drums sound like they're loud. But again, it's just the bass. The bass needs to be there. The lead sounds a little immature, but I think once you get the bass right with the drums, you should be good. Like nobody else is gonna say anything. Your candy, like you probably use some percussion elements in the drop with in the breakdowns with a lot of reverb and some delay. So
telling me that I'm not good enough. Am I good enough?
dun 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 dun. Dun. So there's space for some for sure to play around with some percussion elements and things like that. There is room. But that's all I have to say for this one, Icebreaker. Very good job on this one. First time working with a vocalist. Oh, really, really nice. Okay. I was gonna ask you where'd you get that vocal from, dude. That thing is nice. This is spin-off of Elinio and John Williams. Good Things Fall Apart. Basically my own version of that song. All right, then let's take a listen. Second track. Try to copy that sound of the lead you have and then bring it down by one semitone and then send it to a separate channel. Try to mix those two in so that way you have a nice backing to the to the to the like shiny lead. All right. So, how do you guys feel about this one? This one, I was like, the key change. I'm gonna say it worked. I'm gonna say it worked. Yeah. I was putting a few different notes, but like it worked. So, like I said, the lead sounds a little high pitch. So see if you can just go ahead and clone the same thing, clone the exact same sound, just bring it down one semitone and layer it with it. EQ them and then see what you can mix and match them, so that way they sound like a nice. It has the thickness of the lower tone, but then it also has the high brightness and pitch of the high lead. So creo que tiene que mezclar las dos leads. Decía que le haga un clon, que le ponga un semitono bajo y los trate de mezclar para que le dé algo más grueso y más llenativo al drop. Why do I feel like the drop is not hitting as hard as supposed to? Like I can hear the effects, I can hear the crashes, I can hear the kick, but there's like not much impact going on. I don't know why. Like I was expecting, probably need to cut a little bit more with that high pass filter on the build up, so I can feel it up. Or there's something that I'm not feeling the drop hitting as hard. No siento que pega duro tanto el drop. Maybe it's that little build up there that's kind of killing it. Yeah, because I feel like those da 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 and then da 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 da, the drums are not as loud as that da da da. So that's what I'm feeling for this one. Maybe bring those levels up and see what you get. The drop should be able to hit a lot harder. All right, moving on. Next is gonna be from Kendra Martz. Made it just for fun. One of my early demos just got revisited from them. From my old laptop. Okay, let's go ahead and take a listen. Y luego suena el barruco. El más roco. Okay, it's kind of getting a little boring there. Pap, 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 pap. Eso iba a decir, ¿dónde estará el agua el verga para que le dé feedback a este men? Porque tiene buena, él tiene al menos una buena idea del trance y el techno. Ahí va. All right, so my feedback for this one, you can probably make it shorter. There's not really enough variation for the song to be 3 minutes and 51 seconds long. So it's like again, you're giving me into that kick, and that's all I'm hearing in my ears the entire time. Like if I close my eyes and then like damn, the song just keeps going and repeating and repeating and repeating. The mix is almost there though. That I wanna say for sure. You can probably polish it, but musical wise, it's like very repetitive. Even with no, I think even with some candies, it's still gonna be like kind of repetitive. So that's what I'm saying. You need to have some changes. Don't be afraid to go ahead and write a continuation to that melody, and then bringing it back. So instead of the melody being like 4 bars, 4 bar loop, or 8 bar loop, see if you can go ahead for that 16 bar and then bring it back to the 8. You know what I'm saying? Uh, ahora, Blosa, ¿tienes algo que decirle al men para que le arreglen su techno trance? Bueno, es más trans que techno. So, siento que for sure, he needs a choir voices or something like in the background that can add some ambience to it. Because it has the rhythm, it has everything that's needed, it just needs that ambience. Apenas tiene un poco de sensación del traffic del tieso, creo. ¿Del tieso o del tiesto? Unos ácidos está genial. Just saying you need some acid. Holy shit, you might actually be right with this one. You do hear a space for acid bass lines. I think it might already have some, but they're just like really toned down. Yeah, you see over here there's some variation. But yeah, that's what I have to say for this one, Kendra Mars. Plugs espaciados con harto delay. There you go. You need some space plugs with like a lot of delay. Le falta cambiar acordes, unos que creen más tensión. Oh, there you go. You're getting a lot more feedback. Just go ahead and Google Translate it if you don't speak español. So, le falta cambiar de acordes a algunos que creen más tensión. So another one saying you might want to play around with the chords, some that can add more tension. A plug every 8 bars maybe. Like, so again, just ear candy tips, things like that. Keep it more interesting, because I think the foundation of this track is there. You can work from this. You can absolutely work from this. But yeah, that's all I have to say for this one. All right. Moving on. Next one's gonna be from Barruco, and then after this, I'm gonna go ahead and submit the poll for best track of the stream, best track of the day. All right, let's go ahead and take a listen.
más de las 6, caminando por ley, por la ciudad brillante que veía por la TV. Llego al downtown buscando algo que hacer, a chasing dreams under the California way. Ella dijo hola, I said how you do, de dos mundos diferentes pero feeling brand new. No sabía inglés, ella español tampoco, pasamos de conecte poco a poco. Ella dijo hola, dice how you do, de dos mundos diferentes pero feeling brand new. No sabía inglés, ella español tampoco, pasamos de conecte poco a poco. Pasaron los meses entre risas y café. Driving through the city on the 101 freeway. Ella le enseñó a decir I miss you, amor. Y él le enseñó te quiero con sabor. Ella dijo hola, y será you do, de dos mundos diferentes pero feeling brand new. No sabía inglés, ella español tampoco, pasando de conecte poco a poco.
There you go. Okay, so yeah, for me, I said some things here. Kick and drums need to be a little bit more clear. They sound a little, just slightly muddy it up. So yeah, things are like not giving it as impact. I think there's a crash in the background, and it's like not really too pressing either. When I really wanted that drop to like hit. Yelly saying that the bass line could use a little bit more, be more lows, and variation in the second drop. More punch. So yeah, that's what I'm feeling. That the drums need to be a little bit more clear. Over here.
Por la TV, llego al downtown buscando algo que hacer, a chasing dreams under the
Las vocales están bien ahorita para el momento. The vocals are alright for the moment right now.
California.
You can say like if you're looking for another vocals, this is a good placeholder still.
Ella dijo hola, I said how you do, de dos mundos diferentes pero feeling, de dos mundos diferentes pero feeling brand new. No
Yeah, because the drums, I can hear them, and I really want that stuff to like have more punch, like Jelly saying, más punch, more punch, you know?
sabía inglés, ella español tampoco, pasamos de conecte
Kinda like-
poco a poco.
I like the melodic rhythm for sure. It doesn't sound too like Middle Eastern now.
Pasaron los meses entre risas.
But yeah, that's all I have to say for this one. Really, it's really good, like good outcome that you have right now. So just polish it and see what you can get from it. Okay, Barruco, te desapareces. Okay, mejoré el drop un poco, aún falta trabajar más el track. Vale, okay, let's go ahead and take a listen. Carnage 1, 2.4, 2.4.
Coming closer, digital overdose. No more, just screens and dreams. Next wars, we score.
Here, hold on. I need to hear something. Okay, so for this one, I do feel that there's some lacking of the high end. So it's a very energetic track, very energetic. So it's party ready, but we need some energy along with the high end. The high end gives a lot of energy. So again, let's go ahead and pull up the EQ. Where is it? There you go. So mostly it's around this area right here, all of that area, all of that area right there. That's where we need a little boost in there, some air. Because right now it doesn't sound like it's really pushing out. You know what I'm saying? So el track está bueno, pero le falta aire. Creo que el mastering lo puedes hacer el aire. Necesitas un boost de acá en el EQ, solamente en los altos, donde la zona que te da aire, porque el track está muy bien para una fiesta, pero no está pegando porque no está respirando la mezcla, se siente como que está un poco ahogada. So, súbelo un poco, escúchala y mira cómo suena mejor, si le falta algo más. Am, Trata de buscar los elementos que tienen así esas pocas frecuencias bajas y súbeselas individualmente antes de hacerlo solo al mastering. Porque si lo haces al mastering, también se lo estás haciendo a todo, al kick, al reverb, a todo lo que te esté metido. So, busca, y yo creo que mayormente eso puedes usarlo en los drums, en la bassline y esa. Pero sí, la idea está buena, me gusta. Ok, moving on. Aún no lo acabo, me falta mucho. Sí. Oh, ok, ya, pues ahí se escucha. Pero como te decía, sí se escucha, la idea está buena. Está bien party ready. Ok. Alright, next one's gonna be from Yelly. Sí, Mr. Hoppy, hoy día empezamos temprano. So, empezamos temprano para terminar temprano. Y ya sabía. Ok, The Accuracy of Feeling Without Seeing. A ver, vamos a escuchar a Yelly. Eso esperamos, Barroco. Ya te tienen bien alto, bro.
Siento una presión que me atormenta. Recuerdo una canción que me fragmenta. El silencio solo escucho mi latida. Me cae todo el peso, me siento bonito. Quiero que la calma de mi pecho ya se sienta. Sentir sin ver esa firmeza que me alienta. Que no, no, a veces la calma, 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 Siento una presión que me atormenta. Recuerdo una canción que me fragmenta. Si necesito escucho mi latida. Me cae todo el peso, me siento bonito. Que no, no, a veces
Ese iba a decir, está bien kawaii. Damn, Jelly, this was a good one, dude. The fuck? This is a good one, Jelly. Te pasaste, ¿ah? This one is... Está buena para... Suena así bien para el fondo. Como si fuera un café que venden boba té. El té de boba. Ahí seguro le estarían tocando, bro. Imagino me imagino yo tocando en una tienda con el tablero, ahí tocando de fondo.
Recuerdo una canción que me representa. Silencio alto, escucha mi latida. Me cae todo el peso, me siento unido. Quiero que la calma de mi pecho ya se sienta. Sentir sin ver esa firmeza que me alienta. Que no.
Me gustó los cambios de drums, también tuviste el cambio del 808 para meterle un poco más de variación.
Siento una presión que me atormenta.
So, tu lado oscuro, tu lado trap, tu lado moreno.
Recuerdo una canción que me representa. Silencio alto, escucho mi latido. Me cae todo el peso, me siento unido. Que no olvides a mi vida.
No, sí, me gustó. Tiene buena vibra. I like this track. It has like really good ambience, really good vibes. The variations were really good, and they were very, very simple too. Nothing like too over complex. So you were hitting like simplicity at its finest. So I lucky like this track a lot. It's very girly pop. Yeah, exactly. So okay, that's how I'm feeling on this one. All right, the poll is out again. Go ahead and vote, guys. I updated it. Vote. Voten. All right, second track by Yelly. Let's go and take a listen. Ese CD me gustó bastante, Yelly. Ay, ¿qué fue? Jelly, ¿qué piano fue ese? Divulga qué piano fue ese. Hay cosas hasta para las chords. It sounds good for a baby, right? Yeah, it sounds very kawaii with like almost wanting to go to the party side, but it doesn't want to. Yeah, you keep some good variations too. Like again, and you do the simplest variations and they work. It's the over here, like for example, you use a bit crusher, so it's very simple. But then you put it in the drums and then you know where to put it, you know where to automate it, so it kind of like goes on and turns off, and all of this simple stuff like again just shows you make a good track just keeping it simple, not having overcomplexing yourself. Ya, Yali, te pasaste, ¿eh? Esta también está buena. Creo que no sé si la has hecho más todavía, pero ahí veremos cómo si me responde si ya le hiciste mastering o no. It might just need a little bit more work on the mastering. That's it. That's literally all I have to say for this one. Okay, moving on. So very good ones. And let me see how is the poll doing. So far, best track of the day, Jelly is winning. So she's beating Barruco, Wrathwave, Icebreaker, and Arnab. Okay, next one. Next one's gonna be from Apollo. Submitted this track last time, but made some changes since then based on the feedback I gave you. Let me know if it's improvement. Okay. Oh, this is the synthwave, 80s synthwave. Or the cyberpunk one. Let me hear last week's. Yeah, I think there's this improvement for sure. I still feel like your drums need like some sort of more attack. They need a little more of a grit to them. The bass, the sub bass sounds good. It's at a good level right now. The kick, like it's kind of like it's like a slap of ass, like a knee slap. There you go. Like I don't know if that was the goal. You can also keep it like that, but I think it just needs a slight more gain, just for that impact. And also, I saw that you're layering it with some orchestral drums. Yeah, that's what I'm feeling for this one. There's a slight repetition that I'm kind of like, oh damn, you went like three bars, sorry, three loop repetitions without any single change. So again, after like 8 bars, try to have some sort of change, or like maybe just add a slight percussion here and there, like simple stuff, just like yelling, simple, small changes, and then again to keep moving. I think I don't know if I said this last week. Maybe the snare. I'm not feeling the snare, because it should be like kick snare, kick snare, which is like the foundation of the synth wave and synth pop and cyberpunk too. Kick snare, kick snare, kick snare. So those two need to have a good attack, and they need to cut through really well. Like over here, they sound like they're smoosh. Like they sound like they're smoosh in your midst. They're like, so they're a little smoosh. You need to have them like give them the room to breathe. Like, hey, I'm here. Hey, I'm here. And it's just slightly, probably by 1 or 2 decibels, not too much. So you can for sure fix this. I like where it is right now, but just improve on it. Like find your ear candy and then get those gain stage, the gain leveling. So again, drums, find your leveling, find the leveling. That's all I have to say for this one right now, Apollo. Hopefully next week is like up there, and there are some more variations going on that to keep people entertained. I know there's not a lot of variations in synthwave or cyberpunk, but you can add something like again in the background with a lot of reverb, some percussions and stuff. You have some elements in here, some orchestral drums too. So it'd be nice to hear what you make with it next week. Okay, next one. Next is gonna be from Purforiats. El siguiente va a ser de Purforiats. A remix where the only thing I didn't do is the vocals. Alright, let's take a listen.
Suit and stuff you inside it. Got an appetite, grab a couple slices. Mom and dad lied, but they told you I was lifeless. What's this? Someone in the main office. Hanging out after hours, how obnoxious. Watching us on his monitor, preposterous. Time to wake the others, now I'll show him who the boss is. Call me Freddy, I'm the Teddy with a temper. When I see a face like yours, I remember. Make it through the night, and I bet they'll give you tenure. Then you can be part of Freddy's family forever. Stuff has got a major upgrade, so I hope you don't hate staying up late. If you're scared, give your resume an upgrade, cause unless you're great, you'll still be making minimum wage. I come to life, you got no place to hide. Keep an eye on the time and the light by your side. You can try if you like to survive. 5 more nights, stick around, don't be shy.
Have we not already listened to this one, Porforiats? Este ya no los habías enviado.
Beware angle, you leave your brain scrambled. You can freeze, got a couple wires tangled. He likes surprising you from a higher angle. Keep an eye above you cause it's where he likes to dangle. We got a brand new Freddy Chica party. You can bring balloons, boy, time to throw the party. Put your mask on cause now the fun is starting. Don't keep it on long, it ain't full of foxy. Check the vents that will be crawling out the bottom of. If you got doors, now you oughta lock them up. Oops, I forgot you don't even got 'em. Keep the music playing or we're gonna have a problem. But don't relax once you have us distracted. We move around as sporadic as mechanical crackheads. You think on a roll, no strings attached. If you don't believe that, ask the marionette. Did you listen to the vision you saw? As the clock keeps ticking, we'll be giving you more. Do you remember the original form? Take a look at us now, cause our condition is poor. We were left to decay in this dark, troubled place. Too late to run away. Just don't run out of double A's. I come to life. You got no place to hide. Keep an eye on the time and the light by your side. You can try if you like to survive 5 more nights. Stick around, don't be shy. Just don't listen to the phone guy.
Hello? Wow, you made it this far. Honestly, didn't think you'd really ever get far. Don't worry, you've got nothing to fear. This is just the beginning of a thrilling career. Now, the animatronics are known to bug out.
Isn't that enough reason to get the fuck out? Listen up, guys, this gig ain't for me.
But we're having some fun and we hate you to leave. You might mistake us for hostile monstrosity, but accidents will happen when you got a lot of tea. You got a birthday, let us make it right. It's so exciting when a party stops by for a light. We wait all night for the day to begin. A special surprise that we save for the end. If you don't already know how we like to make friends, then we'll show you now and you're gonna fit right in. I come to life, you got no place to hide. And I come to life, you got no place to hide. Keep an eye on the time and the light by your side. You can try if you like to survive 5 more nights. Stick around, don't be shy. We're your friends, we'll show you why.
Okay, yeah, there's some super soft fighting going on in there, but I don't think the snare is fighting with anything because it's fully sidechain. Like you can hear the whoop whoop whoop. Maybe it's just like not as clear. It needs to be like brought up in gain just a little more. Por Forias, el snare creo que lo subas un poco más arriba en gain por menos 1 decibel. O 2 decibeles, escucha y mira cuánto más sale en la mezcla. La parte musical estoy un poco confundido, pero sí, creo que sí suena bien, no suena feo. La vocal es como que no sé qué cambios le vas a hacer, pero ya tienen como su propio carácter. So, espero que no lo vayas a malograr ahí. El, el super sauce es el que tiene de acordes, ese eso necesitas hacerle un poco de EQ cuts o EQ dips, como se dice. Necesito que le hagas unos puntos y les bajes, por lo menos en algunos lugares donde está sonando esa lead chillosita que tienes. Esa lead chillosita que tienes que hacerle dips donde está tocando bien premonente para que no pelee tanto. Por ahorita está peleando porque tienes 2 super saws. Básicamente ahí o 2 saw waves ahí en el drop. So, eso es lo único que puedo decirte por ahorita. Espero que le mejores. Okay, next one. Next one's gonna be from Boren. Interstellar. So, synth Ikes. Another one wheel. Boren with the aura here. Okay, there you go. Yeah, that's all I'm hearing for this one. Let me see. I don't know if you want to have sort of like an impact there. Maybe with like a kick drum or a bass line or something like that. But I feel like it needs a that's what it should be like. Yeah, that's basically it. That's it. Nothing much. He came to Aura Farm, dude. Like he freaking comes in, drops half, makes songs that sound so good, and then he's like, "Oh yeah, that's my feedback, bro. Should get the fuck out of here." That thing is nice. But yeah, there's just like changes for stuff to be done here. Nothing too much. Yeah, there you go, like an orchestral impact. Thank you, Yelly. Something to make it really pop. So I know like oh shit, like I should be like paying attention, you know. But yeah, that's all I have to say for this one. Let me see what else. Okay, that's yeah. Let's move on. Next one's gonna be from Owl Verga. Na verga vera, no se crean. Ambient Anything Demo. Se viene de bajón de nivel. It's like an intro to your set, bro. Suena como la entrada a tu set. Ese kick suena rechancado, bro. Ok, sí, está un poco, está rechancado. Está chancado, bro. Creo que te pasaste un poco en el limitor. O sí, así es a propósito, porque se escucha un poco, especialmente los drums. Como te decía. Al menos es mejor que tener difusión, difusión de drop. Pero por aquí como que le faltó impacto. Ahí faltó impacto. Esa parte de las voces debería un poquito estar más arriba. Y no, eso es lo único que le siento. Tiene buena, escritura o buena composición. So, no le cambiaría mucho porque ahorita creo que esta canción la usaría como como una entrada, la entrada a tu set, ¿no? Si tú fueras así, fueras a tocar, esta es la entrada a tu set. Este es lo que yo diría, oh pucha, el Aul verga va a venir a tocarme. Y aquí está. So, eso es lo único que puedo decirte ahorita. Tienes una entrada muy lenta y luego se empieza a subir, subir, subir La parte del impacto, eso sí, creo que lo puedes arreglar, ya sabes tú cómo hacerlo. O dejar más espacio la bajadita del primer drop como en el segundo. Sí, tal vez, también puede funcionar. Sonó es tu track y estas cosas es como buenas recomendaciones. Pero el ambiente está ahí, solamente que está un poco clipeado. Pero como te decía, está mejor que el tener difusión de drop. Ok, so yeah, that is all I got for today, I think. Yeah, I think this is the last one. So very good one. And so far we have best track of the day. Jelly has taken the win again. She took the W. So if nobody else is gonna be sending anything, then I think I would excuse myself. The time right now is like 5:55. We should be ending pretty soon. So what do you guys say? ¿Qué piensan en el chat? ¿Qué dicen en el chat? What do you guys say in the chat? Because we almost out of here. Sí, creo que ya la acabamos. Ok, so vamos a cortarle aquí. Ya creo que hay suficiente. Alright, guys, so again, I am Breaker Isaac. We are here every week on Sundays. Estaba bonito, sí, estaba muy bonito el stream. The stream was very pretty. Like, I enjoyed having spending the time with y'all. The going through demos and then again reviewing here and there. Some of them didn't even need feedback, honestly. Some of them like are showcase almost. Um, Very nice. So we're here every Sunday, and again, if you're new here, check the link in the description. There's a Discord link. You can go ahead and join the Discord server. You get notified, and you also get to enjoy multiple like other links. We have free plugins, free tips, sample trades, things like that. So there's a lot of things you can absolutely benefit from joining and just making yourself in the community, you know? So that's all I have to say. Hope to see you all next week and hope to see you guys keep